a jacket that looks like ordinary workwear, without oversized logos, no fancy accessories, no ostentatious symbols of wealth, yet it costs over $11,000. At first glance, it does not exude luxury at all. That is the paradox. While many luxury brands rely on ostentation, recognition, and instant prominence, Prada has become powerful by doing the opposite. Prada builds its position through restraint, through seemingly simple, even ordinary, clothing that sits at the very top of its price segment. Globally, Prada is one of the most influential fashion houses of the modern era. Its designs shape the runways, fashion articles, and cultural conversations, and its outerwear frequently reaches five-figure prices without relying on obvious luxury labels. So how did a simple suede jacket, inspired by workwear and stripped of all flashy details, become one of the most expensive items of its kind? In essence, Prada is not a brand built on flashiness. It is an Italian luxury fashion house renowned for its intellectual fashion. Its garments prioritize ideas, structure, and sophistication over glitz or visual ostentation. Prada has long challenged traditional definitions of beauty, deliberately choosing designs that might initially seem uncomfortable, restrictive, or even anti-luxury. This philosophy is evident throughout its most expensive lines. From its iconic Saffiano leather, valued for its durability rather than its softness, to its Renylon line, which transformed an industrial material into a symbol of luxury. Prada's leather and suede outerwear drives material innovation, while its meticulously tailored cashmere and wool coats are more architectural than romantic. The centerpiece of this discussion is a specific product, the Prada Bonded Suede Jacket. Priced between $8,500 and $11,000, the jacket features a loose fit, a suede construction reinforced with layers of technical materials, and a sophisticated matching scarf that completes the design. There are no flashy logos, no overt status signals, so the inevitable question is, why is the Prada Bonded Suede Jacket so expensive? And more importantly, what are you actually paying for? Take a closer look to understand the answer. To understand why Prada is so expensive today, you have to go back more than a century. In 1913, Prada was founded in Milan as a high-end leather goods store. At the time, the brand catered to the European elite and nobility, producing exquisitely crafted trunks, handbags, and travel accessories. The brand's early reputation was built on quality, discretion, and durability, not ostentatious fashion. For decades, Prada maintained a traditional and relatively conservative style. The real transformation began when Miuccia Prada took creative control at the end of the 20th century. With a background in political science and philosophy, she brought something groundbreaking to haute couture: intellectual tension. Miuccia introduced satire, restraint, and even unease into her designs. She challenged the notion that luxury had to be beautiful, glamorous, or instantly desirable. Instead, she elevated unconventional materials like nylon muted colors and practical designs, transforming them into symbols of status. Prada stopped chasing trends. The brand began redefining its own aesthetic. Instead of asking people what they wanted to wear, Prada asked a different question: what could fashion make people think about? Why is the Prada Bonded Suede Jacket so expensive? The price of a Prada heat-pressed suede jacket is not solely determined by the brand. It is the result of four complex factors: technique, materials, craftsmanship, and ingenuity, each contributing to the cost in ways that cannot be simplified or scaled down. First is the heat-pressed suede technology. At the heart of the jacket is Prada's heat-pressed suede construction. Unlike traditional suede, which relies solely on the leather's natural properties, this jacket uses a heat-pressing method to combine premium suede with a technical inner lining. This inner lining, typically a high-performance fabric blend, reinforces the suede without stiffening it. The result is a material that maintains its structure over time, resists deformation, and retains its crisp shape even with frequent wear. Achieving this balance is technically challenging. Leather and technical fabrics react differently under heat and pressure, and combining them without sacrificing softness requires precise equipment and high expertise. This process significantly increases production costs, but it allows the jacket to have a material feel more like a bespoke suit than a traditional suede jacket. The second factor is the selection of ultra-premium suede. Even before the bonding process begins, Prada's standards for raw materials eliminate a large portion of the available leather. The jackets require large, flawless suede sheets with uniform texture, color, and thickness. Any visible imperfection, scars, uneven grain, discoloration, results in the complete rejection of the sheet. The rejection rate is extremely high. This means that for each jacket produced, many sheets of leather are discarded or reused elsewhere, increasing material costs. Once selected, the suede undergoes classic, handcrafted treatments designed to add depth and character to the surface without weakening the fibers. This is not artificial aging to chase trends. It is a controlled aging process aimed at making the jacket look timeless from the first wear, while ensuring it retains its elegant appearance for decades. In particular, Prada suede jackets are made entirely in Italy using traditional leatherworking techniques. Unlike fabric, leather cannot be mass-produced by machines. Each piece of leather is hand-cut, with artisans selecting the strongest and most uniform sections of each hide. The lack of a lining further complicates the production process. Without a lining to conceal the seams, each stitch must be perfectly executed. Any mistake is easily noticeable and irreparable. A single misplaced stitch can ruin an entire piece of suede, leading to wasted materials and effort. This small flaw is one of the biggest hidden costs. It limits production speed, requires skilled artisans, and makes mass production impossible. Finally, there is an immeasurable element on the price tag: the design intelligence. The jacket is the result of a creative collaboration between Miuccia Prada and Raf Simons. Together, they transformed ordinary workwear designs into sophisticated, intellectual luxury items. The flowing lines, subtle details, and matching scarf are deliberate choices, not mere ornamentation. Fast fashion can copy the look, but it cannot copy the intent. Mass-market luxury can copy the style, but it cannot copy the philosophy. The Prada Bonded Suede Jacket embodies the cultural prestige built over decades by Prada, a brand that does not compete on trends, but on ideas. Ultimately, the price reflects something rare in modern fashion: a product that combines cutting-edge materials, uncompromising craftsmanship, and a design language that cannot be rushed, copied, or diluted. The Prada Bonded Suede Jacket has also been controversial. For some critics, the issue is not the price, but the material. Opponents argue that producing luxury clothing from animal hides is ethical in a modern world increasingly concerned with sustainability and animal welfare. They believe no level of craftsmanship can justify the continued use of animal hides, especially at such exorbitant prices. On the opposite side of the debate, supporters view the jacket in a very different light. They argue that high-end leather craftsmanship demonstrates respect for the material, not wastefulness. High-end suede production prioritizes durability, longevity, and responsible sourcing, creating products designed to last for decades, not just a few seasons. From this perspective, high prices reflect human labor, craftsmanship, and time, rather than excessive consumption. For Prada, the jacket lies at the crossroads of this debate, a product shaped by centuries-old leather traditions, now questioned by modern ethical standards. Whether considered controversial or justifiable, it certainly necessitates a deeper dialogue about the meaning of luxury today. Prada suede jackets are no longer confined to boutiques. They have quietly become a modern fashion icon for global celebrities who value sophistication, authority, and cultural value over ostentation. Instead of being worn to attract attention, this jacket is often seen on influential individuals who do not rely on flashiness. Among the most prominent is Karina, who has a long-standing relationship with Prada, seeing her as an icon of the brand's intellectual, forward-looking identity. In articles and public events, she frequently wears Prada outerwear, where the structure and matte surface of the suede material enhances the image without overshadowing the overall look. In China, global ambassador Yang Mi has worn Prada suede pieces in official campaigns and important events. Her consistent use of them drew attention to Prada's leather goods and outerwear lines, solidifying the jacket's cultural influence in the Asian luxury market. In Hollywood, the jacket appeared on Emily Blunt, who favored Prada suede jackets at professional events and in the press for their ability to project authority without being ostentatious. Similarly, Carey Mulligan was seen wearing a Prada suede jacket at Milan Fashion Week, a style widely described as intellectually sophisticated rather than simply following trends. In Southeast Asia, Win Medowin was one of the pioneers, wearing the jacket shortly after its runway debut. Across regions and industries, the pattern remains consistent. Prada suede jackets are chosen not for show, but to demonstrate sophistication. It is elegance conveyed through structure, restraint, and cultural understanding, not ostentation. I realize that Prada does not really sell jackets. They sell sophistication. And most importantly, they sell the time spent refining the materials, perfecting the tailoring techniques, and building a design language that is not rushed to be understood by others. That is why my advice is simple. Do not buy this jacket to attract attention. If you want attention, there are louder logos and cheaper, less flashy options that will do better. This item only makes sense if you understand what you are paying for: craftsmanship, durability, and a philosophy that values control over ostentation. If you like how I analyze the true value behind expensive items, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Why is it so expensive? If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what topic you would like me to cover in the next video. See you next time.